afternoon, everyone. I'm back home for winter break. Yeah, I have been lazy on my ass. It's very unlike me. I should be out exploring, going on adventures. Why the fuck am I so damn lazy all of a sudden? I just don't get it. Okay, no, but really though, from now on, I should really get to it. Because I'm not usually that free. And when I'm studying, I'm even less free. So what the fuck am I doing? I should be exploring, doing what I love. Jesus, I just went on a wild tangent. Excuse me. Anyways, recently, an acquaintance of mine, if we could call him that, out of nowhere, randomly calls my mother. I don't know how he got her number. But, yeah, he calls my mother saying that he's got some very interesting knives for sale. And that he was gonna come over to my house to do a demonstration. The guy comes over with a huge display of knives. And supposedly they do a pretty good fucking job, right? They cut through whatever. According to her, he cut through a penny with a knife or something. I don't know. Point being, they were quality knives, but he was selling them like at hundreds of dollars? What? So my mother, feeling bad, had to do the whole, I have to discuss it with my husband excuse, which works wonders. We all know somebody like this who has been getting caught up and sells the most random products simply, to get rich quick. What they don't tell you is what they don't tell you, if they think that you'd make a great job at selling these products to people, or at the very least, if they think that you're gullible enough to fall into the same trap, they'll try to recruit you and get you to sell the exact same products. At my high school, quite a few of the students were involved in selling products from this company, Vima, it was called. And they were selling energy drinks, I believe. And listen carefully, kiddos, because if somebody tries to draw you into that, get the fuck out of there, because it is a pyramid scheme. But Gilbert, aren't pyramid schemes illegal? Yes, they are. But what makes these sort of companies barely legal is the simple fact of there being an actual product involved. An illegal pyramid scheme doesn't have anything involved. It's a bunch of empty promises and invisible, non-existent bullshit. Yeah, because that's what they did ages ago to get people to invest in, say, skyscrapers, for instance. Good evening, fellow citizens. Me and my colleagues are planning to build the largest skyscraper in New York City. However, we need funds. Our funds are rather low at the moment. You may help by investing a low sum of $100 to our cause. And if you recruit at least 5 other people to the cause, you will receive a 1% of the revenue. And if those people recruit 5 other people, then you will receive 5% of the revenue. We are talking about thousands, if not millions of dollars. And those could go straight to you. Plot twist. Those kinds of people that would say those sorts of things were not involved at all to the building of any skyscraper. They're just collecting funds from eager people willing to invest in the building of the skyscraper that wanted to just get some of that revenue, So, like I said, the only reason why these marketing techniques are borderline acceptable is because they contain actual, physical, tangible products, like the knives or the energy drinks. Let me show you why it just doesn't fucking work. So let's just say that you stupidly become involved in a multi-level marketing scheme that sells cow manure. Because that's all there is to it. It's bullshit. So they tell you to recruit at least 5 other people, and for those 5 people to recruit 5 other people, and so on. However, you only keep a quarter of all your revenues. So let's begin. This is you. I'm gonna put a blindfold on you, because you're fucking blind. So let's make a wonderful, ideal, perfect case scenario where all works exactly as planned in. But before I begin, I'm just gonna write down here in the corner the amount that a full-time minimum wage employee earns in 2015. And that is $15,080 per year. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind, alright? Usually these guys will sell you a starter kit every month or so for you to sell your products and to convince other people to join in. Just say, for the sake of simplicity, all of our revenue comes from people joining in and buying the kit from you. So we begin with you losing $500. And so far, you don't have any revenue because you just wasted $500 on bullshit, mind you. So now you get 5 other blind people like you to join in on the cause. So here are your 5 clueless bastards. And they each pay $500. 5 times 500 is 2,500. And that goes straight to you. However, bear in mind that, like I said, I should write this down somewhere, you only keep 25% of all of your revenues. So 25% of 2,500 is $625, while you give the rest to the blood-sucking leech that recruited you. Also, you spent $500 on your bullshit starter pack for the month, which means $625 minus 500, your net profit is a measly $125. Now let's just say that by a divine miracle, these 5 people recruit 5 more. So now the number amounts to 25 on this level. I'm not gonna draw a fucking stick figure, so circles, for simplicity's sake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'm gonna draw some lines to make things neater. Now, for these 25 bastards to each buy the $500 bullshit starting kit, that is a combined expense of $12,500. At this point, it's starting to look pretty decent. However, we must remember that these people also keep a quarter of all revenues, and the remainder goes to you, and 75% of that goes to the big man above you. So if my math is correct, and if it isn't, fucking correct in the comment section below, because I don't want to lie to you guys. That must mean that you keep... God, you gotta be shitting me, you were working just fine. There we go. $3,125 minus the 500, giving you a profit of $2,625. Now let's just say that by Christmas miracle, these 25 fuckers each get 5 more fuckers. So now we're talking about 125 people on this particular level. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, the lines are just, whatever. But take my word for it, there are 125 dots. Now, if these 125 people each get the bullshit starter pack, it's a combined expense of $62,500. A quarter of that goes to you. But if these guys keep a quarter of the revenue, give the rest to these guys, which keep a quarter of the revenue, and once it gets to you, and you give away 75% of your revenue, basically burn it in the trash, you end up with $15,625. Minus 500 from the beginning, you end up with, excuse me, I've been using these bars to represent the final revenue, but whatever, $15,125. Now, compare these two numbers. Not particularly far from each other. Actually, screw the monthly thing. Let's say if you get all this in one entire year, you would have to get 5 people to get 5 people to get 5 people in order to get barely above minimum wage if you plan to do this full time. Assuming, of course, that you only spent $500 for one bullshit starter pack, and you use that to try to convince people for them to, be cool too, and for them to be just as rich as you are aiming to be. Now, the people that lure you into this shit make these outlandish claims that if you do this eventually, you'll eventually get a BMW or some shit. Now, I noticed that this is an exponential scale. Because you got 5, 25, 125, like it's each level times 5, right? See how many people there have to be under you in order for you to be fucking in the same caliber as the bastard that tried to lure you in. Okay, now in level 4, you get 5 to the 4th power of people. That's 625. No way in nuts am I gonna draw 625 dots as a visual representation, therefore 625, shits and giggles. Say they each buy the bullshit starter pack. That is combined expenses of $312,500. You keep a quarter of that, you end up with $78,125. Okay, at this point, this is a very respectable number for somebody in society. At this point, the idealized $500 that you spent at the very beginning, assuming that's all you spend, is negligible. So from this point on, let's just not subtract the waste. At level 5, that's 5 to the 5. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, you have 3,125 people. They each spend $500. That's $1,562,500. You keep a quarter of that, you end up with $390,625. But you're like, oh fuck that, I want more. I want to be a fucking millionaire. Just from selling energy drinks and knives. Okay, let's take another fucking level. 3125 times 5. 5 to the 6th. That's 15,625. They each buy the bullshit. That's 7,812,500. You keep a quarter of that, you end up with $1,953,125. Oh, fuck. So only if you are a fucking god, a hypnotist, or an X-Men, you must get 15,625 people in order to almost get $2 million simply from selling knives or energy drinks or beauty products or whatever the fuck these damn barely legal, borderline acceptable pyramid schemes are selling. So now let's do a real case scenario. Where the fuck are you gonna get 15,625 people? That's the population of a small town. And in a small town, if everybody's selling the same product to each other, what is the point of that? Everybody will have it to begin with from the bullshit starter pack. Realistically speaking, these 5 people probably came from 100 or so attempts that this guy made to find willing people to continue the trend. Meaning that the other 95 people that this fucker failed on were smart enough to not be involved in this fucking bullshit. So what does this mean? Let's just assume that these 5 came from the 100. That 95% of the time, you're wasting your time and not making any money. Not only that, but bear in mind that these 5 people must also go through the same struggle that you must go to. And out of, say, 100 people, they must also find 5. But bear in fucking mind that those people must not be the same people that this guy failed on because this just can't work in a high school or in a college because they will run into the same students that will say no every time because the guy above tried and failed. This is why this shit is bullshit. 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 Okay, now, screw the money. Another huge loss that you will suffer through if you plan to go down the slippery slope that is multi-level marketing. Who are gonna be the first people that you're gonna try to recruit? Friends? Family. Hey fam, hey buddies, give me $500 and you'll be rich like the guy I sold my fucking soul to. Eventually, if all goes well, best case scenario in a perfect fucking world. To begin with, they're gonna think that you're a desperate fucknut. They will likely buy a couple of products from you, but that's it. No recruiting, no interest in them wanting to continue the trend. No, that's it. That will likely be all that will happen. But of course, trying to recuperate the $500 or so that you spent on the starter pack, you want to, get people to join in. Not to mention that you keep a quarter of your revenues. So no way will simply selling products get you that shit. No, you gotta lure people to become salespeople in order for this fucking thing to work, which it won't. So not only will they see you as a desperate fucknut, if you keep on poking them or pressuring them to become sales representatives of the company, you'll become the most despised member of the family. You will lose all your friends, and nobody in your school or college will want to be seen with you because they think that you're gonna suck them out of money. Because it's all a scam, my friends. It is a scam. You will lose money. You will lose time. You will lose your friends and family. Well, I have so much fun making these videos. But yeah, guys, you have very little to win. And the worst part of all about these scams is that the people that will almost certainly fail think that they're at fault. If they fail, they will never think, oh, I got involved in a scam. No. They think, oh, I didn't work hard enough. What did I do wrong? Why can't I be like the guy at the top? Because the system is made to work that way. So a friend, a family member wants to convince you to sell and become a part of whatever company that they're a part of. Don't do it. No. No, 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 no. It's not worth it. If they're a dear friend or a family member, and if you really, really care about them, tell them why not. Granted, they are likely told by the higher ups how to respond if somebody accuses them of being part of a pyramid scheme, or I don't know, if you were to tell them why it's wrong or why it's immoral or why it's borderline illegal, they will likely have rehearsed, I guess you could say, ways on how to respond to that in as to not make the company look bad. But it is! It fucking is! So save yourselves, kiddos. If it's too good to be true, then it probably, likely, definitely is. Take care and kick ass.